Okay, so I've done some modifications to my new planner. Here at the beginning of the book I have made two pockets. So I took the thicker paper at the very front and the next page that is glued here to that one and cut them for this pocket, and then I took the index, well, this is an index page as well, the final index page, and folded it so it's, you know, the pocket looks the same. These two pockets look the same, and I glued it down with double-sided tape because I need to store some papers. For one, I don't like using up pretty expensive pages in the planner for really messy notes, like when I'm in a meeting, you know, planning for a new project and just jotting down everything that is being said, because I always rewrite that later on a project page or something. So having it in the planner and taking up space, I don't like it, because I do want to try to make this book last for 6 months, and it won't if all my messy notes are, you know, done in the actual journal. So I'm storing that kind of throwaway paper here, and I'm also storing diary pages. What, you ask? I journal in, well, I used to call them junk journals, but it's not the proper term, so I'm trying to not do that anymore, because they're not really junk, made of junk. I'll show you. This is not a junk journal. It's made of second-hand stuff, but not junk. So I journal in this kind of book. This is as yet unused. Here's the thing. This is the book that I always bring with me everywhere, all over the house, when I leave the house, and so on. So sometimes when I have time on my hands, I want to journal. And before, you know, in the past, I have journaled on these actual pages, but then I'm not comfortable having my journaling in the planner because people can see it, and I'm using it among people, basically. So what I'm doing is I'm putting some journaling pages here that I can then transfer to my proper journal, because I make pockets in those books as well, so I can just put them there. Okay, so that will save up some space, so I can use all these yummy pages for actual planning. And this pocket is for things that I guess reference material according to the GTD system, like this gift card I've received, other things, you know, information I need to bring to a meeting, or doctor's appointments or something, letters I've received that I have to do something with. So I store that in here, and in the next actions list or the project list, I write what to do about them, but I know that I always have them with me. And today I have started filling in and using my first spread. I'm still on vacation, so I haven't filled any work projects, but I have done my habits. Almost all of them. I can't fill in the water one until I've finished this bottle. Working on it. And I'm, you know, saving that for next week. But I had another idea, because I think I've been talking about how to incorporate moon phase tracking. I tried to make a tracker like this, but there was just too little space for all the information I want to add. So I had the idea, because I am going to paint over these days when they're done, you know, because I'm such a visual person that it distracts me if I see the whole week. When I'm on Wednesday, for example, I need to have sort of blacked this out Monday and Tuesday so that I know that I'm here, you know. It helps my brain. I don't know why. So what I'm doing now is I'm tracking how much I sleep, what the weather's like, what my energy levels are, and the moon phase. So on Wednesday it's a full moon, so it's waxing gibbous right now. And when Monday is done, I will paint over this square, but add what I have written over that with a white gel pen, because I'll probably use black or purple or something, a dark color. So here is where I'll track the moon phases and my energy levels. And I might also, you know, put down quotes, memories, whatever, things I want to remember. What else have I done? Well, I had a problem, you know, when there are things, I mean, this is my page for next actions that I've divided into home, computer, the village, and the nearest big town. That's all fine, you know. But things that I don't have to do unless something happens, where do I put that? Because it's not something I have to do right now. I can't put a date on it. It's, you know, if this happens, then I have to do that. But I might have an idea. The thing I need to do, perhaps, is to shovel snow from a balcony at our house. But that only needs to be done if it actually snows, and right now it's raining, so that seems far away. But I thought I could put it as a next action under the home context, but without a box. You know, the box I fill in when I do something. So I only put the box there if it snows. And I still see this task when I look at my next actions. So I can look outside and see, you know, has it snowed? No, it hasn't. And one day maybe it has, hopefully. And then I'll put a box there, because then I'll need to do it. Well, anyway, time to do some actual planning, because there's one thing. Are both of these black? There's one thing I know I need to do this week. It's not optional at all. I need to apply for a work position. So that is my main project this week. And now I'm going to fill in, you know, I'm so afraid of filling all these things in, but now's the time to do it.
So, as I said, these are my contexts.
And I said in an earlier video that I didn't make context the way you're supposed to do them, because I thought they only contexts were always geographical, you know. But now I watched a video, Next Action Associates, I think the channel was called, and they said that context can be areas like this as well. It can be writing, it can be reading. So I'm apparently following the system when I thought I wasn't. Okay, so oh, this sodding balcony, I don't know where to put it. At the bottom. Okay, for now. I just don't know. Yeah, so I'm choosing, I think this is dark green, it should be. That's the color for the application. And this is the deadline. Okay. But that's a Monday, so I don't want to put the deadline, you know, on week 1 on Monday, because I won't see it all week. I need to put the deadline on Sunday, because most of the work will need to be done by that point. Yeah. So the next action, I haven't thought this through at all, but I think the next action is it's on the computer, and make a folder for everything I need for this application, you know, where I can store all my documents and cover letters and whatever I need. So that's my next action. I'm not going to overwhelm myself by writing everything I'll need to do, because this is the next action. Maybe that's all I'll do for that project today. Secret stuff. I don't think there's anything else. Well, I do have one birthday coming up. So I'm making a mark on my visual overview for each person who has a birthday during this half year. And I'm putting an abbreviation up there. I have a paper and money project. Paper and money for me is brown. And we do our taxes in, well, they're due in May, so I'll make the line in April. That's when I'll have to sort of activate myself and gather all the stuff I need for that. So this is sort of the idea behind this. January, February, March, and so on up till June, and then different projects, home projects up here, and then lines when I'll have to do them. Oh, and there's a travel and fun category, which we're not having much of right now. But there are still things to do. My husband needs to fix himself a new passport, because at some point we might be able to travel again. So I think I'll put that in March, because it ends, his old passport ends in May. So I mean, I could put a dot here to signify the deadline, but I'm not sure which date it is. And similarly, I could put a dot for my taxes at the beginning of May, just to mark the end point, so to speak, but I'm not sure yet. I'll have to think about that. So this is a start of my visual overview of the half year and what I actually have to do. But there are things I would like to do, but they're not, nobody will kill me or put me in prison if I don't do them. So they don't belong on the home projects page, because if there are things that I don't absolutely have to do here, I will never check it, because I will think, oh yeah, I know, I should be thinking about, you know, deep cleaning the wardrobe. But those things go here on the dreams page, and I wasn't going to have a visual overview on that page, but I'm thinking it might be a good thing after all. So I'm going to just mark the months with their proper color. So my dreams for this half year is to, well, feel better in my body in a few areas. So I'll put health, and I'm going to pinpoint very specifically what I want to achieve. I want to improve my balance, because my balance is awful, and my very measurable goal is I want to be able to stand on one leg and put my socks on after bathing outdoors in the summer. That's been my goal for the whole year, since August, when I started doing yoga. So here in June, I want to be able to put on my socks on one leg. That is, you know, a very discrete, specific and concrete thing to achieve, and I mean, I'm going to have to work on this the whole time, so perhaps I will put an end point for that and a line across the page, because I can't start working on it in April. I have to work on it today, so it's always active, so to speak. There. I also want to improve my hip strength. And I think that will have to be a constant goal that ends in June as well. That's what I'm aiming for. I have no other dreams at present, nothing that I can think of, but what I'm going to do is to take my Someday Maybe binder and go through all of these categories in my life, all my Someday Maybe lists, and see if there's anything I'd like to put either here on the dreams page or on the absolutely mandatory home projects page. So I'll fill this in when I think of things I want or have to do. And then if there are things here that I need to do in January, I'll put them here. But for now, I will concentrate on this application because I don't need anything else to distract me. So I think that's it. That's enough planning for one day.